Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to be doing another little review vlog, and today we are going to be reviewing the
Pravins wide stirrup leathers from Glaze & Gordon.
So these are the Pravins Sellier wide stirrup leathers in the colour Havana Brown, although you can get them in black as well. They come in 4 different leg lengths depending on your height and are available on the Glaze & Gordon website. They retail at £130, so it is top end of most people's budgets, I imagine, but they are very luxurious and very chic. I have had a walk, a trot, a canter and a jump both at home and away at a venue in these leathers, and I must say that I am enjoying them. I will leave my full review points till the end, but this is just to show you some differences between me without the Pravins leathers and with the Pravins leathers. I rode in my stirrup leathers with my Flex-On composite stirrups, which I love and find already give my leg good stability. So any extra help is always appreciated.
Ailey's been riding in them for a wee while now, but I have yet to try them. So what I'm going to do is ride in some standard leathers, warm up Miss Nellington.
Got them back on the saddle.
Back, old ones, back on the saddle, and then we shall swap them over. And I'll give these ones a go, just to warm.
Do you
Nelly.
like them?
I think Nellie's giving her seal of approval.
She likes them.
I'm going to warm Nellie up for Ailey because we're going to do a bit of jumping today. Stay tuned for that one, and we'll kind of give you our 2 cents on what we think.
Nice. So something we've just noticed is that when you've got the Pravins, your stirrup lies flush to the side like that, which makes it quite difficult
You lost your stirrup.
if you lost your stirrup to get your foot back. And I have found it even mounting, that then when you do get your foot in, it doesn't quite sit as squarely as you would like it. Which at the beginning of ride is fine because you can put it on, but I think they would make your leg more secure if they could hold your stirrup like that. We'll see.
Maybe like a twist at the bottom or something.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, first impressions wearing the Pravins. What do you think?
I wouldn't necessarily say that immediately I can feel any difference. Maybe just like very slightly on the inside of your leg you can tell it's not a thin strip of leather, it's a wider strip of leather. But I wouldn't say immediately I'm going, whoa, I'm riding in something different here.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we'll see.
Okay, cool.
More stable.
Yeah. Now obviously I've stupidly put jumps up, so Nellie is a bit more distracted, but this is with the Pravins and trot. And Nellie has forgotten all about schooling now. Now that I put this jump off, I shouldn't have done that. That's what we're doing in another video. So you've had a walk, trot, canter in these. What do you think now?
Potentially that my leg might be a bit stiller in canter.
Uh-huh.
So I could less kind of swing with the motion.
Yeah.
But like I said before, you can't feel the difference. So, and maybe I'm trying to ride with them more still.
Maybe.
Maybe I'm like, I've got stirrups to help, all the leathers to help me now. They do feel nice, like that kind of flat leather is nice to have your leg like flush in.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll ever be irritating. I feel like sometimes stirrup leathers
Yeah.
irritate the inside of my leg. If I was to ever like ride without cap.
Yeah.
so that's nice and soft, but yeah, I mean, maybe a small difference, we'll see in the clips, I suppose.
Yeah.
We're back on the yard and going to go over our pros and cons of what we think of the Pravins leathers.
Just like before, we've got our list, so we'll start with the pros. The first pro I would say is obviously they look very nice. I mean, what is not to love about the look of them? Especially with this saddle, it seems like they've matched it pretty perfect. Details, they've spared no detailing on these, so they absolutely look the part.
I also think that what I found particularly today, that because of the wide leather, it feels more kind of flush against my calf and also against the horse, so you're kind of having like a more closer contact with the horse, which is good if you like have a horse to keep your leg on all the time. That's helping you just kind of keep that leg like close to the saddle, close to the horse.
Yeah.
And I think because of the wide leather as well, it's going to be less irritating if you've got thin boots or like thin chaps or anything and your leg gets rubbed. I think that these would rub a lot less than normal stirrup leathers.
The leathers also feel very, very durable, and they have mentioned on their website that they are built to be more durable than your average stirrup. They feel a lot less destructible, the stitching is super, super tight, and they're quite difficult to sort of destroy, rather than your sort of bog standard stirrup leathers, which can be prone to snapping because they're that bit thinner and that bit poorer quality leather, shall we say.
Speaking of the quality of the leather comes the first kind of con, that they are a little bit expensive. So these were £130?
Yeah.
£130. You can choose obviously your colour and the size, so they definitely, as Ayla said, they match the saddle really well. Colour choice and perfect leg length for you.
Yeah.
But it's expensive. It comes at a cost, shall we say.
A pretty penny. And the other thing, which I was surprised by considering they're durable, is that they scratched very quickly. I think it's on the other one, but I have flex-on stirrup irons inside this, which have spikes on the top, and when I ran these through, they did scratch more than my standard leathers that I was wearing with them beforehand. Obviously that's slightly a con of the flex-on over a negative of the Pravins, but I'm mentioning it as a con because it was worse on the Pravins than it was on a normal stirrup leather. But maybe that's because it's better quality leather. Maybe better quality leather scratches. Yeah, scratches easier. But definitely worth noting that they might need to be treated with care and respect.
And our final little negative point that we did mention earlier, I kind of go into a little bit more.
Got some footage from the school.
Some footage is that the leathers, obviously they do sit very flush to your saddle, but because of that, the stirrup definitely hangs at that kind of perpendicular to where you kind of want it to be for your foot, where it's supposed to be. It doesn't hang there. So, for example, if you lost your stirrup on a cross-country course, it would be a little bit difficult to get that back.
Yeah.
Obviously, with all leathers, the stirrup hangs at that angle, but I think with the thinner leather, it's easier to move. And obviously, these aren't as easy to move because they're supposed to encourage stability, but that is a negative, that you can't get your foot in so easily.
Yeah.
Your foot might go in at an angle when you're first getting your stirrups, and for someone like me who's not always thinking about their lower leg position, you can maybe let that go, and it would be you can maybe just let that happen, and that's probably poor for ankle support, I imagine. But obviously when you're riding with them, it's not like they're trying to turn you back in.
Once your foot's in, it's in. It's just getting, without someone there or without bending down to move your foot into the right position, I would say I have sometimes struggled trying to get my foot into the ball of my foot being on my stirrup. The real question is, Heather, did we think they did their job and added more stability?
So I have an interesting theory with this, in that because we've already got flex-ons on these, and flex-ons' job is
to swap sides in case we get kicked by a horse.
Because we already have flex-ons on this saddle, which are also supposed to encourage stability, I think it's potentially a bit of overkill with the whole encouraging stability things for your stirrups. Because I found quite a difference with the flex-ons, I don't think I necessarily felt that much difference with Pravins and flex-ons, but potentially maybe just Pravins with normal stirrups may have a good effect for lower leg stability. I haven't actually seen the video footage yet, so maybe it has. Maybe my lower leg is a lot stiller. Be interesting to see the footage and see whether it is actually more still, but I didn't necessarily feel a huge difference. But as I said, maybe that's because we also had the flex-ons on there as well.
Yeah. For me, the first day I rode in them, I didn't like them. But I also tried to lengthen my stirrup hole more than I was expecting. And then thereafter, I have enjoyed riding in them. However, again, I didn't notice a massive difference like I did when I tried the flex-ons and not the flex-ons. But as you say, perhaps the Pravins with normal irons, I may have felt a difference. I certainly don't feel my leg is any worse, so the real question is whether look, durability, etc. is worth the £130 if I didn't feel much difference, and I would be on the fence about that. I really would. I think if you're already pretty stable, or if you've got flex-ons or probably free jumps, you probably don't need the Pravins as well.
Because that's £400 for just your stirrups, so it's expensive.
Yes, and we are not rich. Perhaps this review is a slightly unpopular opinion. We're not raving about them.
No.
I wouldn't say anything that's been said before about them is wrong at all. I just, having had such a difference with the flex-ons,
Hello, Walt.
Aye. Right, say hi and then you can go. Having noticed such a difference with the flex-ons, I am, in retrospect, not sure I needed to spend the money on Pravins. Maybe any wide stirrup would have been fine.
Yeah.
Or just like a wee £40-50 pair of Havana, good durable normal ones might have been fine.
Could be one of those, like I was saying, one or the other might be just as beneficial as both. So kind of choose. Look at Pravins, like the look of flex-ons. Definitely not saying that they wouldn't work. I think that the theory behind them with the wide leather, definitely I can see how that would work.
Yeah.
But I think it's having the same effect as the flex-ons.
Yeah. There is absolutely no detriment to your riding at all. It probably does improve slight stability. It's just not enough for me to have wanted to spend another £130. So that's our 10 cents on the Pravins wide stirrup leathers available at Glaze & Gordon's. I'll leave them in the link down below. If you're flush and you want a fancy, nice looking, durable pair of leathers, then definitely they will give you that. 100%. Right, sign off, quick!
If you enjoyed this video, please comment, like, subscribe, let us know if there are any products that you would like us to review, give our kind of thoughts on.
If you want to follow us on Instagram, it is at TwoJollyJockeys. Ta-da! And we will see you in the next video. Bye.